today I took a trade on ES. I'm going to go over why this trade worked out and what was my reasoning for taking this trade. So I took my trade here at 10:45, and I was basically just continuation long after we have taken all-time highs on ES, right? And yeah, I'll go over the management after. So why did I take this trade? The reason I took this trade here is because if we go on the daily, also hit ES, like we had opened above these highs here that we have swept, and we basically didn't have any daily gaps or anything here to support price going lower. And then if we look on the 12th hour, there is nothing really, no gaps. Like there is a high that we did sweep, but we kept running up, and I believe that at 10 we did close above this high, which wouldn't constitute for us shorting. So at 4 we closed above this high here, and this was showing bullishness, right? And at this point I was looking for longs, right, at 10. And then we came up and swept these all-time highs here. And then one thing I know about whenever we sweep all-time highs, the chances of us reversing at all-time highs is extremely low. So you're better off continuing with the trend than trying to fight it. So what I did is look for a continuation trade. What's a continuation trade for me? Basically, all I'm looking for is a retracement into a 15-minute fair value gap right here. So we took the all-time highs, and I didn't want to take along here. It just keeps soaring up. So I waited for it to retrace into this 15-minute gap. I waited for it to close, hence why I took my trade at 10:45. So once this confirmed that we were bullish based off the close here and how bullish we are there, I just took my trade on the 1 minute on M1, and my entry was a break-in structure, double gap entry, stop below the last recent fair value gap. And in terms of my management for this trade, I took off 50% here at 5R. I took off 50% of the remaining trade here at 7.5R. And then I took basically, there was like maybe like I took like two contracts off here, right? So it was 522. Then I had one runner because I had 10 contracts in total. Then I had one runner, and that ended up getting closed out right here. At this 15-minute low, we formed at 3:30. I got stopped out of it, and that was basically my day. And I ended up selling to about 7.5R on the day, which is pretty nice. I did have to take another like a trade because I made too much money on my funded accounts, and for consistency rules, I can only make 7R. So then I had to basically make myself lose the trade, if that makes any sense. But overall, today was a pretty laid back day. This is good PA, I guess. I mean, I didn't really have to do anything. I just kind of set my trade and carried on with my day, went to sleep, and then woke up, and it was cool. So yeah, nothing much to really add today. Uh, that's really it. One trade, followed my rules, and followed the plan, followed the system. So yeah, good luck and good trading. That's all for today.